New stats show some big increases in almost all major categories of crimes being committed by San Antonio kids. The juvenile justice system is seeing a surge of very young and sometimes very violent offenders. KENS 5's Sue Kalberg talked to the people coping with the wave of trouble.
For the charge of terroristic threat, causing public fear.
In juvenile court, the nervous energy never stops.
Is that true or not true?
True. Kids shake, parents are rattled, tiny hands twist with worry.
And it's a third-degree felony. Are you aware of that?
Yes, sir.
Is there one word that explains the trend?
Scary. Scary. We're seeing juvenile crime increase.
All of us know that young brains don't make mature decisions.
The people who try to help troubled youngsters say,
And then you couple that with access to weapons and these young brains that are not fully developed, that have poor impulse control, and that overreact to events and stimuli, then you have the perfect storm.
it's a storm that's building.
We're seeing a lot more guns, and some are committing offenses where they're shooting those guns, and that's a big problem.
Take a look at just a few of the local numbers, comparing year-to-date crime stats from this year to last. Violent felonies by kids 10 to 17 are up 27.5%. Overall, a 42% increase in the number of kids being handled, and nonviolent felony cases are up a whopping 135%.
He clearly did it. He admitted to it. It was incredibly stupid and dangerous.
Okay, you're only 14, man. You walk around with guns.
Juvenile Judge William Cruz Shaw presides over many of these cases.
I know you're super young, but you put yourself in this situation.
Many agree more intervention earlier by caring adults is key.
And so when people ask, what we can do for kids, we really see the best results if someone is willing to give an hour a week to a child.
We have to do the work. If you know a nephew or a niece or a cousin or somebody who's just not going down the wrong path, we have to intervene.
At KENS5.com, we've posted the rest of the stats, which are sobering. Juvenile officials hope people will pay attention and maybe even get involved to do something to stop some of these kids from free-falling into a life of crime. At the Juvenile Justice Center, Sue Kalberg, KENS 5.
The criminals just seem to be getting younger and younger, and the firepower just seems to be getting stronger and stronger.
Sheriff Javier Salazar sees the challenges with young, violent criminals firsthand, too. Salazar says he is relieved that 2 young teens arrested last fall for what he called a brazen attack on Bald Mountain that left 1 woman dead and another with a gunshot wound will now be facing charges against them in the adult system.
And so to hear now that several of these young men have been certified to stand trial as adults, that is absolutely music to my ears in this case. I certainly hope that this serves as a deterrent to any young folks that may be heading down that path of violence like these 2 groups of young men were.
The city of San Antonio provides community resources specific to juveniles. We have a link to that information on KENS5.com.